What's up, guys? It's your boy Taj Bryan. It's time for episode 4 of Manchester United Players. Stay tuned. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, guys, before we proceed with this week's episode, I would like you guys to like, share, and subscribe to the channel and to get us to 200 subscribers by the 31st of March. Now, guys, today we'll be speaking about, Fred Rodrigues. So, Fred is a Brazilian. He wears the number 17 jersey for the club, and he wears a smile when he plays, and he stands at 5'6" tall. Now, guys, let us talk about some benefits about Fred Rodrigues. So, benefit number 1. So, this is that Fred possesses tenacity. And tenacity would mean that he has the knack and the determination to win back possession. Now, this is a very crucial thing to have in our midfield, because if we don't have a player who is willing day in, day out to put in the tackle and to be aggressive and winning back possession, if we don't have a player like that in our midfield, we won't be able to boss the midfield, to possess the ball, to attack, to counter. So we need a player like this in the midfield. Yes, I'm aware that a lot of Manchester United fans, they don't prefer to have the likes of Fred and McTominay in our midfield because they believe that we have better players, which I agree with as well. But Fred, he has his benefits, and I understand as to why Ole plays him. He's very tenacious. He puts pride in winning back possession, and that's a very crucial thing to possess. Now, this leads us to benefit number 2. Number 2 is that Fred is hardworking. He is a player who puts in the minutes, puts in the hours, puts in the days and the weeks and the years to perfect his craft. Now, this is a continuation of point number 1, that he possesses tenacity. So when you're a tenacious player, that means you're very hardworking. And we need hardworking midfielders. 1, to win back possession. 2, to pass the ball. 3, to create chances. 4, to defend our goal. So this is a very important quality to possess as a midfielder. You have to be hardworking, being able to run up and down the field for 90 minutes and to be on top of your game. So Fred is very hardworking. Now let's get to point number 3. So Fred is a player that plays for the Manchester United badge, and not many players in the past, in recent history, has played for the badge. We have the likes of Alexis Sanchez, the likes of Angel Di Maria. These players have come to the club because of money. And yes, this is down to the board, but this issue here is that these players didn't come to play out their hearts, to play out their mind and their body and soul. So what I'm saying here, guys, is that we need players who loves the club, who wants to play for the club, who will do everything to ensure that we are a successful club. And Fred is the epitome of a player who plays for the badge and who will put his body on the line for the badge, and who will put his body on the line for his teammates. And we need more players like that in the squad. And we need even the world-class players that will come or that are there to play for the badge, to love the club. So that is why Fred is a good player for United. Now, point number 4. Fred follows every instruction that Ole gives him. And yes, this is a good quality to possess, as the manager would not be in doubt that his player will carry through the instructions. What if it's a game-winning tactic by Ole? What if it's a game-changing tactic by Ole? Fred is one of the players that Ole can depend on to carry out the duty. As I said in the previous point, he plays for the badge. So therefore, whatever the manager instructs, Fred is willing to carry through that instruction. Now, guys, despite all of these benefits I listed previously, Fred also has his setbacks. So let's highlight 4. Point number 1, Fred lacks creativity. Now, when I say this, I mean it in not an offensive way, but Fred, to me, his strength is being tenacious. His strength is to win back the position, as I said previously. But he lacks creativity. He has the ability to drive at defenders, as in carry the ball, but he doesn't possess that ability to create the final pass, to play that defense splitting pass, create that chance on goal, He doesn't possess that in his game, and for him to be classed as one of the best in the world, he needs to brush up on that. He needs to improve that towards his game. So, Fred lacks creativity. Point number 2, he possesses poor passing ability. Now, in saying this is a continuation of our previous point where he lacks creativity. Now, these 2 points come hand in hand. If you lack creativity, therefore, your passing may also be poor. Now, when you watch Fred, he tends to prefer to pass to the safest option, the person's closest to him. He's keeping possession, but if we have the likes of McTominay doing the same thing, that means that takes away from our creative game, takes away from our ability to pass the ball well, So when you have McTominay and Fred just playing a square ball to one another, not causing real threat, that's a big issue, especially in our midfield. Now, Fred, he has issues passing it wide, issues passing it behind the defensive line of opponents, and he has issues even passing to Bruno to split that first line of defense. Now, point number 3, Fred plays too deep. Now, this may be as a result of instructions being followed from Ole, but it takes away from our overall game. Now, we have 2 defensive midfielders, 2 midfielders at the pivot. Now, in instances, it may be good or a bad thing to play 2 pivot midfielders. In our instance, yes, United, we play those 2 pivot midfielders to protect our incompetent centre backs. Now, why I'm saying this is a setback to his game is because Fred and McTominay, in my opinion, are more of a box-to-box midfielders. They're not CDMs per se. One thing Fred does well, yes, he's tenacious. He can also carry the ball. He's able to dribble. But his passing is weak, as I said earlier, and he lacks creativity. But what I'm saying, when you play so deep, it causes even a gap between your attacking midfielder and you, the defensive midfielder, to get the ball to one another, to get through that first line of defense. So, because Fred plays so deep, it causes issues when we play our forward passes. Point number 4. So point number 4 is he commits a lot of fouls. This can be as a result of his tenacity, which I mentioned is a good thing to have. But that tenacity can also be something negative. Now, yes, he takes pride in winning back possession, but sometimes he may do it in a rigorous way, in a rough way, causing us to concede fouls. And this can happen in quite decisive moments where we are drawing a game and that foul that he commits can result in a penalty kick or a free kick in a dangerous position, or even resulting in us having 10 men. So he gets a red card or 2 yellow cards, for example. So this tenacity can lead to a drawback, and it's 50-50 when you think about it, but it can be something bad as well. So guys, that concludes our 4th episode of Manchester United Players. Now, I just want to remind you guys, we need you guys to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Get us to our target of 200 subscribers. Now, guys, tune in for our next video Thursday morning, which will include our preview of our Europa League against AC Milan. And we're out.